This
No
computer.
editing.
And here we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Joseph Varghese and my buddy AJ Mirzad. I've known AJ for about 9 years so far, at least 8, 9 years at this point. Many might know me. I co-lead the New York Power Team. We're the largest monthly personal development community in New York City. We have 26 years. We have great speakers like AJ each month who are engaging, who give tons of value to our audience. And AJ's on screen right now, and I'm going to unpin him in a moment, but just wanted to kind of show him and who we are, who I am, and so forth. So I'm going to actually unpin AJ, and we're going to go back to his screen. Let's see if I can do that. Switch to shared content. There it is. That's his screen here. And it's a little more background about what we do. We meet once a month. I also organize a community called Success Circles. It's a virtual peer coaching community. We have monthly, we have daily buddy calls. The idea is having every day is a game. And what if you can make today better than yesterday, and noticing how that compounds over time. I'm a big fan of the concept called the compound effect, the idea that you make small investments daily. You can compound it, can grow over time. One of the things I appreciate about AJ is that he is Mr. Exponential, right? So it's the point I've met him till like every year, like checking in on him, he's been exponentially growing himself, like, and it's unbelievable. When I say exponential, I mean massive growth and beyond massive growth. And it's like not just myself noticing this, people around me are noticing this as well also. And you know, I'm grateful to kind of have him in my circle and be a part of his own process. And because it's enabled me to grow my own business, the work I do too, as well also with accountability, the unique work I do. I want to say that, you know, a few years ago, back before my daughter was born, I was in a mastermind with a gentleman named Roz Slaughter. And, you know, Roz, me, Manny Goldman, a bunch of us were in this group. And masterminds are like the ultimate way of growing. I promise you that if you're with the like minds, people who are playing a big game, what'll happen is that you start reverberating with them too. You start like, you know, lining up with them too in every area of life. So this is what we're experiencing. And then both me and Roz took notice of AJ, like, and like Roz was like, this guy's killing it. He's just, his business is just growing exponentially. He's making these amazing choices. And it's like, it's amazing. And you were at that point, you're in the fitness community, you still are, but you've now evolved to being the online super coach, and you're a book publisher, and you basically, you've built an empire over the past, you know, like 8 years, being unstoppable, making great choices, being around great people, choosing yourself to be in high level masterminds like 25K group and 100K groups and more, so you can kind of raise your, you know, vibration to that level and, you know, build the business you built, which is immensely successful. I know quite a few people in your circle who've gone through your process who built 7, 8-figure businesses. I met Jono at TNC last year. This woman, it's a flight attendant. She came to a Power Team meeting a year or two ago. I think her name is Jai. I think she came to 1 or 2
Jade.
meetings.
Yes.
Jade, yeah, Jade. I met Jade before she got into your process, and I've seen her explode too. Like when I met her, she was like, you know, looking at what was next, and she was like this, you know, in career thing. And she was talking to like Sonia, who you met last month, about that shift, and then she met you, and she just exploded. And you know, a bunch of other people too over the past few months, I've just seen them just explode their businesses. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like in such a short amount of time, that's getting you this many results. That's getting you this many likes. That's getting you this much revenues, cash flow. And when I asked them, like when I asked Jonah, for example, he gave me one name, AJ Mirzad, my mentor, my coach. I model, I do exactly what he says. And just so, yeah, bro, I'm just so happy to be in your circle, to know you, and to, you know, and to learn from you, because I've grown also quite a bit the past month since I've gone to your house at the Big Bros Mastermind event. We had that. AJ does these events at his home, which is like a mansion, right? And he'll talk about that too. And he's got a whole team, a support team, people there. I think the biggest thing there is that it, you know, beyond like what he's created, this home space where he can kind of create workshops, things of that sort. He's one of the most heart-centered entrepreneurs I've ever met. Right? He's there. He's giving. He just shows up. And he's got a whole team of people around him, including VAs. I met Pat a few times, and it's unbelievable. So without further ado, I want to introduce my buddy AJ Mirzad, and I want to invite you to listen to him intently, because like you might get one idea that could exponentially grow and do what you're doing. So listen to him very, very intently for what he has. We might go back and forth, but I'm going to give him control of the slide deck. And when he has a slide presentation, because it allows him to kind of walk you through this process. Sometimes when you see things visually, you can hear his voice and so forth. It's very impactful. So like, just check out the slide. If you want to do screenshots, you can do that too. Things you see that are valuable. I promise you, at Tuesday's meeting, like a whole audience, a whole room was like, you can hear a pin drop because everyone was capturing, writing notes. Everyone was just asking questions, and like we couldn't cover enough. We didn't have enough time to cover it all. So AJ, back to you. And everyone, if you see any issues as far as the slide deck goes or with our voices, let me know in the chat. I'm going to manage the chat. And AJ, back to you, my friend.
All right. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. Appreciate you, Joseph. And let's kick things off. I want to give you as much value as possible and really just have a massive impact on you. But of course, my biggest intention is to make the best use of your time. So let's just get started. Let's get going. The name of this presentation is How to Build a High Profit, Low Stress Online Coaching Business Without Having a Big Email List or a large social media following. So first and foremost, you are here for a reason. And I would love for you to just write down, jot down, or put in the chat box, what is your big intention? What's the outcome you want to get out of this hour? If I could wave a magic wand and you had one thing happen, what would that be? Write it, type it, think it, or scream it out loud. Just don't wake anybody up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just state your intention. Beautiful. And what's your number one outcome? Okay, great. We're going to hold on to that and make that a reality. Keep in mind, we'll be moving fast. I talk fast. I'm from New York. I grew up in Queens. Might curse. I'll try not to. But when I get passionate, I just let loose. So I apologize in advance. Hair down, kicking back. Enjoy the ride. All right? So I just want to be myself and be as authentic as possible, add a ton of value, and answer any questions you have. So keep in mind, the fundamentals don't change. There's two types of people. One type of person is the amateur, and they say, oh, duh, I already heard that. I already know that. Then there's the master. They say, thanks for the reminder. Let's just say that out loud. Thanks for the reminder. There's a lot of things you're going to know and other things you're going to hear again. It's all about the Kaizen philosophy of getting reminded and learning over and over of the most important fundamental principles. Second thing is to just let go. Let go of ego. Life will flow. Right here in my house above my fireplace is the quote that I have on my life. I'm reading it right now. When you let go, life will just flow. So the more I just let go and I open my mind and I surrender to what is, life just flows with ease. So we're going to let go. I'm going to get super vulnerable, share a lot of stuff, and also pull the curtain back behind my business so you can see the inner workings of a 7-figure online coaching business so you could have the same thing. And the biggest thing is having freedom, right? Having freedom, being to live on your own terms. I mentioned a statement called Team No Pants, aka pants are optional. You can work anywhere you want, from your laptop, from home. You could be on the beach, right? That's the great thing about online coaching. You have an immense level of freedom. But how do we get freedom? Well, first and foremost, it requires focus, okay? This is a number one limited resource in this day and age. Our attention spans are just so low because of the internet, because of smartphones, social media. So I would love for you to really focus in on this presentation. I'm going to be teaching content, information, but on a subconscious level, there's going to be a transformation. There's going to be a lot of things I'm going to share that are going to shift your mindset to charging more, having more freedom, having the capability of growing an online business. Most importantly, taking massive action right now. So to make the best use of this time, if you could, please focus all your energy on this presentation. Turn off your phones, your notifications, social media, of course. Don't be scrolling through Instagram, watching this. You're going to miss out on the whole experience. Especially we're doing this right now. Give your full attention. Pen and a paper would be great for the time being. Just take lots of notes and just really share whatever comes through your mindset. So keep in mind, this is your most precious commodity We're going to talk about increasing our focus for the next hour, and then we'll increase it for the next day, for the next week. I'll give you a lot of great strategies, okay? So let's make the most of this time and be present to the moments. So most importantly, you want to know that it is possible. I'll be sharing a lot of different case studies and talking about my own life story to really give you perspective, right? Because right now you have this one big goal, and all you need to do is focus. I guarantee you, everything you need is already within you, right? Tony Robbins has a great mantra that I use every single day. All that I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. I say that all the time because literally everything you need is right inside of you. You have all the answers. And the moment you focus and clear away all the crap that's holding you back, it's right in front of you and you know exactly what to do. So who am I? My name is AJ Mirzad. I'm a best-selling author, the owner of Life Fuel Fitness, the host of the Online Super Coach podcast, where I interview million-dollar online coaches. I run the Online Super Coach Mastermind. I developed the online coaching certification, first one on the market. And the first one, because I took imperfect action, it's a COC, certification for short. I know I kind of screwed up with that acronym, but I launched it so quickly, I didn't realize what the COC stood for, but it's all good. Sold a few thousand copies, certified a lot of online coaches, and it worked. And that's the thing we're going to talk about. 80% is good enough. Perfection is the worst thing to strive for. I believe prolific over perfection. Okay. I've been a business mentor and coach for the past 12 years. I'm addicted to peanut butter. If you are, we could be friends. Man, I'm like a crackhead around that stuff. And most importantly, I take 2 naps a day, 2 20-minute naps. It has been a game changer. And I just sleep 4 hours a night typically, take a 20-minute nap, and I'm good to go. So if you take naps, let me know if you get benefits from that. And if you've not done it, it's a great thing to test. Also, obviously, having a home-based online business allows you to nap all day long. So for me, retirement is going to be a really smooth transition. Just sitting around eating peanut butter and napping all day. So let's talk about highlights. This was actually the greatest moment of my life. I was recently inducted into the Personal Trainer Hall of Fame for bringing online coaching into the fitness industry. And of course, this is the greatest high. Let's talk about the greatest low. So this is a pic of me at my personal best. This was a pic of me at my worst. You can see, look at my face. I had it all. Chipmunk cheeks, even chubby ears, boy boobies, had a big old belly. So I grew up very overweight and I was very insecure, lacked a lot of confidence. Why? Because I had a pretty tough childhood. No one has a perfect childhood. We all deal with trauma in one way or another. But for me, it was dealing with my parents who were immigrants that came to this country when I was a year old. And oftentimes when you're acclimating into a new country, a new way of life, you deal with a lot of issues. And for my family, my father, he dealt with it the most because everything that he had back in the home country was taken away. So he came here, I was a year old, and he was working all these odd jobs, and he felt like his whole pride was taken away. So he started to drink, and the alcohol made him very violent. So oftentimes he would take his violence out on myself and my 3 younger brothers. We would be called fat, stupid, lazy. So for many years, the verbal abuse really affected me. Then he got physical. He would beat me for no reason. And as a young boy, you could understand that that was very traumatic. But what really affected me was experiencing domestic violence, because my mother, she would also get the anger taken out on her. So I was a young boy. I think the first time I was 3, seeing both of my parents in a very violent situation, my father yelling, being disrespectful, and all of a sudden, he would hit my mom. I froze up. I was paralyzed. It was 2 people that I loved in a violent situation, so I didn't know what to do. And it really broke my heart. And as a young boy, I didn't know how to deal with all this pain and trauma, so I started to eat food to numb myself. I ate and I ate and I ate because this violence went on for about 10 years. So imagine the first 10 years of a child's life dealing with verbal abuse, physical abuse, and seeing his parents fighting and hitting each other. It was very difficult for me. And because of that, I was pretty shy growing up. I didn't talk a lot. I was almost mute because I had a very, very bad stutter. I had a lot of internal pain, and food was numbing the pain. So that's why I became very overweight. And as I got older, I started drinking alcohol, and not just drinking to enjoy myself, but drinking to just erase my mind, to numb myself. The food, that didn't work. So I went into alcohol, drinking Bacardi 151. I would drink it until I passed out, vomited, end up in really weird places. And then I needed more. Like any addict, food, alcohol, then it was drugs. Started doing cocaine, crystal meth, ecstasy, Vicodin, Xanax, you name it. This wasn't even separately. I would take it in one night. And what did that do? It almost killed me. I had numerous overdoses, oftentimes hiding it from my friends and family, waking up in the gutter, waking up in the emergency room. Most times I was by myself. I came to sense and I figured out a way how to get out of it. Then a few years later, I didn't learn my lesson. I had the worst overdose of my life. I was actually pronounced dead. They revived me and ended up in a coma for 5 days. And this was my most rock bottom moment. It was very, very difficult for me and my family because this time everyone found out. So imagine overdosing, flatlining, being pronounced dead, and waking up in a coma after 5 days, waking up and seeing all your friends and family all around you. It was embarrassing. It was tragic. And I was very, very depressed. But that's also I realized, if I survived this, there's a reason. I should have died that day, and there's something more for me. But also, that was my rock bottom, unfortunately. I had to go through the severe near-death experience, being in a coma for 5 days, being embarrassed in front of my friends and family to finally wake up. So then I had to make a choice. Do I go back into this old path that's going to kill me, end up in prison, or even destroy my brain? Or will I go to the opposite? So I decided, you know what? I'm going to use this moment, this experience to change my life and to do something. Because if I would have died that day, I would have done nothing with my life, right? Now I could make a change. So I got sober. I stopped drinking. I got into fitness. I really got into getting into the best shape of my life. And I started reading books. In fact, when I got out of the hospital, I read the first book outside of school. Because other than school, I never read any books. And someone gave me this great book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And that book changed my life. Holy cow. I got so much breakthroughs and insights, and I realized, like, there's a better way of living. And I started reading books from Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, who's one of my favorites. And they taught me the power of personal development, the power of love and forgiveness. And that's when I decided, you know what? My parents did the best they could with what they have, but I forgive them. I love them. And perhaps all of this is happening for a reason. And I cannot blame them, even though I almost died and all this negative stuff happened. I was bullied, I was abused, and I was addicted to drugs. Now I'm going to make a massive change. And that's where I started to clean up my life. And it gave me this crazy momentum to become a better man. So all those years of toxic behavior now turned into positive behavior. And I started a journal. I've not missed a day since, just writing out my ideal day, my ideal life, and how I want myself to be. So over time, I started to lose the weight, and I got in phenomenal shape and became a personal trainer. And then I said, you know what? I want to help other people get into the best shape of their life. So I got rid of my toxic friends. I started to really understand, how can I become a better person and add more value? Every day was a gift. So every gift that I have, how can I give back into the world and make a world a better place? So all that time was my own learning, my own sobriety, but also my own personal development. About 6 months after coming out of the hospital, I officially registered my business and it became an LLC, and that was the start of my entrepreneurship career. After I became a personal trainer, I went back to school. I got my master's degree in psychology. I realized the brain and the mind was the reason why I ended up in this hellhole, but also it was my way of getting out of it. So then I started to really grow my business, understanding psychology, understanding marketing and sales. And over time, I became a better man. And that's the same quote that I told you about. When you let go, life will just flow. And that's really what I believe in, because all of those things that happened to me, I do not regret it. They happened for a reason. And if I'm going to hate my parents for abusing me and being so lack of affectionate and making me get addicted to drugs and blaming them, all this crap, you know what? I also have to blame them for the life I have now, for wanting to be a better man and wanting to help other people. So, this thing is out of my control, and I'm going to focus on the present moment and focus on what I can control. Okay. And one of the greatest things that I did coming out of the hospital was, in a sense, creating an ideal life for myself. So I read this great book called The Success Principles, Jack Canfield. Monster of a personal development book. I think it's like 500-600 pages. It's huge, but it's so great. And there's this one exercise called the ideal day, where you map out your ideal day from morning to night on a piece of paper. What time do you wake up? What type of house do you live in? What type of car do you drive? What type of lifestyle do you have? And that changed everything for me. I did this literally 12 years ago, and my life is 90% of what I wrote down on that piece of paper. So ask yourself, what is your ideal day? And how can we now create a business based on making it a reality? How much money you want to make every single month? What type of house you want to live in? What type of car do you want to drive? What type of family you want to have? Relationships? What do you do? And who do you want to serve? Okay. And at the same time, I saw the movie The Secret, where I believe in some parts of the law of attraction, but other parts don't mean nothing. You can't sit on your couch and dream about a Ferrari. But after making the ideal day, I created a vision board, and I put this beautiful house on my bedroom wall, living in my parents' basement. And I said, I want to live in this house where I could create transformations and help people and serve people all day long. And I'm super grateful to say that within that time frame, I moved into the house right over here. This is one of my first meetings where I got to do my first Team No Pants mastermind. And you see a big giant lion in the background. That's my spirit animal, because for me, I have to be courageous and have to be focused and hunt. Lion is such a majestic animal. I think everyone has a spirit animal. Well, what is your spirit animal? I want to know, what animal inspires you? And my house is full of lions. In fact, I have a lion tattooed on my arm, and it means a lot to me. But the biggest thing is to learn what I went through and how can I now help people from the pain that I was in. Coaching and serving and teaching people how to build their ideal life. So what is Team No Pants? As I mentioned, it is a no pants lifestyle where pants are optional, okay? And that's pure freedom. And a lot of my students, I help them to get into Team No Pants. In fact, in my seminars, I do a Team No Pants ceremony where whoever's a full online business, we give them a Team No Pants award. And I just started off small, doing these small seminars at my house. Over time, they started growing, just teaching here in my living room as I'm doing this right now, at a movie theater room for the guests. I just love serving, transforming lives, getting focused, and having fun. You can see people are very happy. I'm very happy. This is my life's work over here, helping people through the internet, coaching them online, and then doing in-person events. So I do themed events. This is my female entrepreneur seminar. I do a male entrepreneur seminar, one for personal trainers, one for life coaches. Essentially, everyone comes to build their business, but they leave with a massive transformation. And here is my last Boss Bros event. This is where Joseph was at. And you can see him in the crowd somewhere. Where's Waldo? Where's Joseph? And this is so much fun. So this is my life's work, and a lot of it's based on the ideal life that I had, on all the things I wanted to do with my own lifestyle. So I'm going to just take a quick pause and breathe for a moment. Joseph, anything I need to address? Anything?
No, you're doing fantastic, man. I was just pointing at myself. I'm behind Newton, who joined your program, is kicking butt in the middle. So
Yes.
That's where I'm at. But you're doing fantastic. Everyone's doing great. Everyone's chilling out. Some people are asking some good questions. So keep asking questions or keep taking notes, and we'll go to Q&A later on. AJ is rocking it. So AJ, back to you.
Thank you. And, my whole thing is to really show you that I was able to create my ideal life using what I'm going to teach you today, so you could create your own. So we're going to talk about cracking the code so you could develop your own ideal online business. It's my female entrepreneur seminar. In fact, I'm having one 2 days from now, another female event here in my living room. They're the best. They're fun. And essentially, I love to teach, and I make an offer for online coaching after every event. So that's the way I do it. Add a ton of value. And obviously, some people take the value, they walk away from it. Other people say, you know what? I want to hire you as a coach. I want you to help me. No problemo. I have an aligned offer for you to build your own business so you can do the same thing that I do. So this was another big highlight of my life. This actually happened last weekend, about 4 days ago, I spoke at the High Status Summit in California. My buddy Jason Capital had an event of 1,000 people. There's actually something that I had on my vision board to speak to 1,000 people. And I did it. It was the best presentation. In fact, I pretty much taught what I'm teaching you right now, but a condensed version of it. And I'm super grateful because I stuttered for the first 20 years of my life. I was insecure. I was using drugs and alcohol. And for me to capture this moment in a selfie, this is my dream come true, honestly. And how do you get to where you want to go? Well, one of the mentors, Jim Rohn, you were the average of the 5 people he spent the most time with. So back in the day when I was broke, depressed, using drugs, Vicodin, drinking alcohol, doing cocaine, I had very toxic friends, and that's what they love to do. So I had to change my friends. And of course, oftentimes it's hard to find successful friends when you're in a toxic environment. So I came to find out that, you know what, maybe I can't be around successful people. Maybe I have to invest in successful people. And that's when I decided to hire my first coach, a gentleman by the name of Chris McCombs. This was back in 2010. And he was the first person that got me to build an online coaching business. And a very, very smart guy, internet marketer. I could not have done it alone. And it was a big investment at the time. It was $5,000 to hire him. Money I didn't have, I put on my credit card. And I'm telling you what, that was the best investment I ever made, because all these books I was reading and videos I was watching, I was often going into analysis paralysis. But having a coach, he told me exactly what to do and taught me the secret of taking all out massive action, because the more you pay attention. So for me, books and seminars and videos, they're great, but I learned the most with having a coach and a mentor, and I grow the most. That's why my biggest investment every year is my personal education. These are some of the coaches that I've worked with. One of my best coaches is the guy on the bottom left, Mr. Joe Polish. He runs a 25K group, the Genius Network. Why is it called the 25K group? Because you got to pay him $25,000 to be a member. But you see Brian Tracy, Damon John, Ariana Huffington. You know, you get to get mentored by these people, and they taught me so much. And really, it's the mastermind, right? Being around like-minded people. My circle grew, and so did my income and my happiness and my impact. So you have to pay to sometimes be around these heavy hitter people. So let's talk about what I've learned in my mentorship, in my years of growing $1 million business, creating my ideal life, and what you could take away from it. Well, here is my biggest insight to make the most out of this, and that's to maximize this moment, okay? We live in the present moment. How can we now increase our state and capitalize on being here right now, getting the most out of this? So think about focusing on the screen, hearing my voice, taking notes, and oftentimes the less you think, the more breakthroughs you have. Great quote by Ram Dass: the quieter you become, the more you can hear. So everyone has different practices. I meditate. I do long walks. I dance. I'm on a trampoline right now. I balance on it. I do everything I can to become in the present moment. What is your way of getting present to the moment? And the more you get present, the more you live life, because life is right now as you're watching this. It's happening at this moment. Everything outside of this is non-existent and unimportant. So let's get super focused and go through the step-by-step process. And my goal today is to share with you my entire process to really grow your business in every single aspect. Number 1, you becoming the authority expert. Number 2, automated lead generation. Number 3, developing an automated sales system. Number 4, converting high-ticket sales. Number 5, delivering an online leverage virtual infrastructure. These are the 5 things we're going to cover in a short amount of time so you could understand exactly what it takes to become an online super coach. We're going to go into the big 3, and really it's attract, sell, and serve, which is actually the name of my company, Online Super Coach. Attract, sell, and serve. Attracting your ideal client, selling your service at the highest level, and then serving using an online platform, a course, technology, a membership program, okay? So let's talk about authority expert positioning. What is the big difference between a family doctor and a brain surgeon? All right? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? One is a generalist and one is a specialist. When it comes to online coaching, you want to be a specialist. Focus on one small area, one niche, as opposed to helping everyone, okay? There's general weight loss and muscle building, and then there's people who focus on specific demographics. I help fathers not have a dad bod. I help entrepreneurs have more productivity. I help attorneys have better sex. There's crazy niches, and inside the niches, you'll find the riches. So a great example is my client, Robin. He is a Canadian personal trainer, and he was working in a studio for many, many years. He had a baby boy named Austin that was just born, so becoming a new father, he could not be inside the gym all day long. He wanted to grow an online business. And from there, he realized that being in the gym, trading hours for dollars is not going to do it, especially to spend time as a little boy. So he invested in my program, and I said, Robin, who is your ideal client? He said, well, the most transformations I get are typically with busy moms, women who are entrepreneurs, executives, and CEOs. I'm like, that's a great target market. You should focus on that demographic and build an online business around them. So then Robin built this $4,000 16-week program for entrepreneur, executive, and CEO moms aged 30 to 50. He just launched that out into the world, and from there his business just blew up. It blew up because he got so specialized on a small demographic. So here's a massive win that he had. Not sure if you want to record another coaching workshop with me, maybe at the end of October. Since June, I've been consistent with $20,000 to $30,000 a month, and expenses are only $5,000 a month. Been killing it, and you've brought a lot of value and confidence to make it happen. Thanks, AJ. That's the power of being a specialist. And of course, I would love to share all the details, but on my podcast, Online Supercoach Podcast, I interview all my students, and they share all their case studies. So Robin goes into detail exactly how he went from 0 to 30K a month with one single offer focused on one single demographic. So the question is this: what is your superpower? What is your specialty? Okay? What comes up for you? And the best way to describe that is to figure out what pain do you want to heal in the world? Okay? Do you want to cure obesity, depression, bad sex life, right? Who do you want to be a hero to? You have these amazing superpowers. Who do you want to serve? Who's your ideal online client? What are their demographics? Who else is competing for this person? What are their unmet needs or identity, their fears, frustrations, wants, and aspirations? And the best thing that'll help you is if you give them a name. Okay, so my ideal online client is Jamie. And I know everything about her. Every time I do video, I speak to Jamie. Every time I do a seminar, I'm only talking to Jamie. You know, I basically just talk to one specific client, okay? And once you have that client, you want to enter the conversation in your client's minds with their fears, frustrations, dreams, and desires. Another great example is BJ Cook. I didn't know this at the time, but when he invested in my program, he actually became homeless, and he was living in his car, and he was not doing that well financially. He told me later on, once he started experiencing some success. But BJ was a personal trainer, actually an ex-bodybuilder. He's phenomenal at contest prep, but he was not making his online business work because he was trying to help everybody. And you know, general, you try to help everyone, you help no one. So I said, BJ, what is your ideal client? He said, I love working with bikini competitors. I got a lot of them in shape. I have a ton of before and afters. Great, let's launch a bikini body transformation program. Let's just price it at $500 as a beta test. Try to get maybe 5, 10 women into the program, give them an amazing transformation, and then launch it at a higher price point down the line. So I gave him this one video, and I'll share the video with you later, the secret template that cracked all these sales. He just did it on his Facebook page, no paid ads. He made a video, made the offer, looking for the women that are bikini competitors to go into this $500 beta test program. It's 12 weeks. After 1 week, here's his results. He made $11,000 in 7 days, 22 deals at $500 each. The 12-week bikini body challenge beta group, okay? And he just did it in a very simple way. Oftentimes, a single 20-minute phone call closed them in, and that was the start of his online success. He's doing extremely well for himself now. Obviously, not living in a car, not homeless, doing well financially, but it's the most money he ever made in the shortest amount of time, and it created a lot of momentum. He was crying with tears of joy. And, you know, he did an amazing podcast for me as well. I have testimony there in my video. He admitted to being on food stamps, showed his card, and he said, my whole life turned around, you know, and that's the power of it, of being a specialist and focusing on a small niche and creating a lot of massive momentum. Next case study is Erin in a similar position. She had her back against the wall. She was a mortgage broker who was dabbling in life coaching. You know, she's an amazing coach, but never really made a career out of it. She came to my house for a retreat. And then she went back and started doing videos on her social media. The mortgage job took her into the office and said, Erin, you cannot work for any other business but us. You are fired. In that moment, her life was devastated, right? She had $20,000 a month from her mortgage career and lost it all and was just starting a life coaching business literally a week in. So she came to me and said, AJ, I really need your help. I need to make this work. If I make $10,000 in the next 30 days, you will be my lifesaver. I don't have to look for another job. This will make this job realistic. Just set a goal, 30 days, hold me accountable. I said, Erin, I got your back. You're unemployed. You got to feed your family. You got to make it work. Let's focus on 10,000. I'm going to push you hard and do whatever it takes in the next 30 days, selling life coaching online on social media. Guess how much she made 30 days after being fired, okay? What do you think was her income? Here is a text she sent me, okay? She sold $58,000 in those 30 days. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Using the same systems I'm going to share with you. Again, I'm not going to be here to go through the details. I want to show you that it's possible, sharing some results. You know, a lot of people are skeptical. Totally understand that. If you go to my podcast, you'll listen to the interview with Erin, and she breaks down everything she did from being unemployed to having a monster $58K month. And that made her realize, like, holy cow, no more mortgage. And now she's a best-selling author. She does her own seminars. She's a world-class life coach and a great friend. Again, let's talk about how you could do the same thing. It all comes down to your why. For her, she had her back against the wall, needed to create an income to pay her bills. What is your why? Why are you here? Do you want more time with your family, financial abundance, freedom? Do you want to be in Team Dope Pants? You want to change the world? What is your why? And here's my why, right? Most businesses struggle to talk about what they have to offer, and we have a process that clarifies your message so your business starts growing again, okay? And my big why for today is help you create your aligned offer. This way, your business could keep on growing. Most businesses get stuck, whether they're at startup at the bottom, doing 0 to 5,000 a month, grow up, 10 to 20,000 a month, team up, 20 to 40,000 a month, scale up, 40 to 50,000 a month, or the top, which is the $1 million online coaching business, legacy, over $50,000 a month. So right now you're on this scale somewhere, and every level has a new devil, okay? And I'm not gonna go too deep into this business growth triangle. Take a screenshot of it because it's really, really powerful. And my biggest thing is to help you up the scale because I've been up that scale myself. Grateful to say that my business is doing well over 100,000 a month, and I'm in the legacy phase, and I'm just doing 2 things every single day. One of them I'm doing right now, and that is performing and publishing. At the top of every coaching business, when you're at legacy, you're just performing and publishing. Think about Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins performs at his UPW's Date with Destinies when he's on podcasts, and he publishes books, information products, videos. In fact, I just got contacted by Tony Robbins. He's launching a new program. It's an information program, and he selected me. I'm super grateful to be his affiliate. It's launching pretty soon. It's going to change the industry. It's going to be the biggest launch in internet history. You're here to hear first. But he creates the information product, makes $10, $20 million publishing it online, and that's why he's Tony Robbins. But he's at the perform and publish place, right? You don't have to be Tony Robbins. I'm a nobody compared to Tony Robbins, right? But I'm performing and publishing all day long too. And that's what you should be doing instead of trading hours for dollars, instead of, trading time for money, working where you're not getting your value. Get focused on selling your information and most importantly, focusing on your superpower. So that's my big why. That's what I want to help you to do. In fact, I have it here on my car. It's on my license plate. And this is great. It's great advertising, because I drive up And people say, what the hell do you do for a living? Why do you have superpower on your license plate? And I say, well, hey, let me help you discover your superpower. And now we go into a sales conversation. They either buy my online program or they come to my seminar. So this car has paid for itself many times over. And that's my big why, to help 1 million people discover their superpower to build their own dream online coaching business. And most importantly, crack the code to wealth, okay? And let's talk about that for you, because the more your opportunities increase, the more your capabilities increase. It's all about building simple systems, managed systems and procedures, and not people. The bigger the dream, the bigger the team, okay? So I'm all about building a virtual team and paying their performance so you could eliminate, automate, and delegate all the things that make you tired. Customer support, website design, right? And the cool thing is you don't need to have a big ass staff. In fact, I have a very, very small virtual team, okay? I have employees that work for me in different parts of the world, and they just work virtually from home, team no pants. So my overhead is very low. It's very low expense, very, very high profit. Not many businesses can operate like I do. And this is one of my secret weapons. And this is a woman who does everything. Just SJ, my main virtual assistant. She's based in the Philippines. I've not met her yet, but she's been working with me for many years, and she does all this stuff for me. Website, customer service, all this stuff. Like if I had a team of people in the States, the payroll would be $100,000 a month for all the stuff that she does. You know, but in the Philippines, it's like the equivalent of $3 US an hour. So this is what I want to teach you, how to have someone overseas doing all this stuff for you so you can perform and publish and focus on online coaching and transforming lives. Focus on your superpower, okay? So again, I'll share how you could have your own virtual assistant to do all the things that make you tired so you can focus on what gives you energy. Like right now, I'm flying with energy because I love talking about this stuff with you. So online coaching, what did I create? Well, I leverage my expertise. I serve 1,000 clients. I make insanely good money, and I grow fast and I grow smart. And most importantly, I work hard once. I started my business in 2010, but it really started taking off a few years later. You know, then 6 figures, $1 million, and now I'm going into multiple $1 million, soon 8 figures, because I cracked the code. I know the code. I know the system, right? Marketing, sales, and delivery, and having the right systems. So I stopped selling stuff and I started selling systems. And I created a leverage online coaching program, and you don't need as many high ticket coaching clients. And I'm all about sharing results and case studies. So I want to share with you, one, who did something similar and how you could do it so you know that it is possible. So let's go into the tactics, the step-by-step. Leads, sales, and fulfillment, okay? Everyone has a problem with leads. The easiest problem not to have a problem is to sell what you love. So that is creating an aligned offer, right? That's the most important thing you need. I built $1 million business with one offer, selling one thing online, one for my fitness program and one for my online super coach program. And I'll share with you what my aligned offer is very soon, but let's talk about getting clients to buy your offer first. So there's 3 ways to get leads on the internet. 1 is positioning with free marketing. 2 is paid advertising, pay-per-click ads. 3 is with partnerships, okay? If you utilize all 3, you'll make a lot of money. So let's talk about organic marketing. And that's just showing up organically with this mindset. Needing nothing attracts everything. This is the secret to business success that most people don't tell you about. Okay, the less needy you are, the more influential you are, okay? So the most important thing you need for your online business, this is your storefront, your authority website, okay? This is mine, and I have different things to attract different people. Some people, they just heard about me. They want to watch a webinar, listen to my podcast, read my book, take a quiz. Other people are ready to buy, and they could buy. So there's like green light and red light. You want to have something for everyone. The biggest thing is having a ton of social proof. So I have hundreds of testimonial videos of the clients I work with. They share their wins, their experiences. Results are the best marketing. And again, I don't have a storefront. I work from home. I don't have an office. So the authority website is the main place to make the biggest change, okay? So I ask 3 questions to my clients. How was your life before working with me? What results did you get? And why would you recommend me? And that's a great testimonial script you could use for your clientele. Again, I'm flying through this, so you could take screenshots or listen to the replay if there is one. and you'll get all this stuff for your own business. So let's talk about getting leads and not likes, right? So many people get likes, but they don't get leads. And it's all about finding your sweet spot. Mine's just peanut butter, and my mouth is watering. So what is your sweet spot when it comes to content marketing? Okay. This is a graph that I created to find your sweet spot. It's 4 questions to answer. Write these down, take a photo. But answering these questions will give you a ton of content ideas that you can show up on Facebook and social media and make a massive difference. And every time you do a video, you make a post, use this framework: problem, process, call to action. This will make sure you get leads and not just likes. What is a problem that your target market is facing? What is a process with proof? And what's a call to action? Like this post, go to this website, click on this link, and they do that and they work with you, okay? So people love to get their problem solved, and you heal a pain, so call that out first and then put them through the process. And it depends on what modality you're good at. If you're good on video, do YouTube or Facebook video. Audio, do a podcast. If you're good at writing, write a book, emails, blogs. So I'm a big believer in focusing on your superpower. I love doing video because I can repurpose it, and I do most of my videos, and then I take the audio, put it in my podcast, and the text, and put it inside my book. In fact, my first book, I wrote this back in 2013. I wrote it in 30 days. I talked it in 30 days. I talked into a software called Copy Talk, and then every single day for 10 minutes a day, my book was done. And I just really launched my recent book and did the same thing, Mastering Your Inner Game. I talked it into existence. And this book, both of them, became #1 bestsellers. They sold thousands of copies, and they're always bringing in clients into my aligned offer. It also helped 40 of my students become #1 best-selling authors, doing the same thing, talking their books into existence. And these are all coaches and experts. And what they're doing now is serving clients from the people that read their book. And imagine someone who reads your book for 6-7 hours. They're immersed in your psychology, your way of life, and they're the best clients because you just tell them to buy and they already know, like, and trust you. My podcast, the Online Super Coach Podcast, I've interviewed $160 million coaches. If you go on iTunes, you can listen to that. But I get 20 to 30,000 downloads a month. So imagine how many clients this brings in. And all I do is have great conversations with successful people, great friends. Jason Capital, I had him on my podcast, and he invited me to speak at his 1,000-person event. So a podcast is a great networking tool. And also a great way to make a lot of money. So this guy, Ken Coast, launched his podcast, and he sent me the screenshot on Facebook. He's killing it in Australia with his Dad Bod fitness program, on track to do $200,000 in the next 6 months. God bless him. He's killing it, an inspiration. And it's all about making a massive impact with your superpower. Just knowing that people don't buy coaching, they buy coaches. And here's something that I came to realize, the power of infotainment. So I do stand-up comedy, not to be a professional comedian, but to be a better presenter, to be more quick-witted and intuitive. And this is my first comedy show. I try to perform every 6 months. I'm performing next to Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City. And if you're around, I'd love to have you. And a lot of my jokes are just based on me getting loose and improve my personality, because I'm an introvert and I stutter, and I'm not the best communicator. So this allows me to connect with people, entertain them, and teach them. Next up, we have paid leads. A lot of different ways to use paid advertising. This is like using a faucet to turn your leads off and on. One of my students over here, Forrest, he had a massive, massive win using paid advertising. This is like nuclear fire on your lead generation, 50K with his fitness business in 1 month using paid ads. He's the man when it comes to paid advertising, okay? And it's so easy once you have a solid offer and you know to run traffic to that offer. And like I said, I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want you to suspend disbelief and know that it's possible. And of course, know that you could do it too. So before I go any further, this is the last part of the presentation. I just want to, one, take a sip myself, take a breather. And I just want to know, is this making sense to you? Do you have clarity? And most importantly, what is coming up for you? Because, I kind of was like a garden hose, fire hose actually, throwing a lot of stuff at you. I'm super passionate about this stuff. I talk fast, but I want you to be able to digest it and take it in. Because this is the last part. We're going into high ticket sales. We talked about lead generation and then selling it, okay? So I'm going to take some Q&A at the end, of course. Happy to do that, no problemo. But the biggest thing here is to make sure that we have clarity, we have presence and no confusion, right? No one should be confused. I always say there's no such thing as a dumb question. There's only dumb people. That's my comedy routine. Hope you found that funny and not offensive, okay? So let's talk about high ticket coaching. Who wants to sell 5,000, 10,000, or 25K packages? Raise your hands. Let me know. Is that you? Absolutely. Well, think about this scenario, right? This is like the ultimate understanding of online marketing. Imagine the guy goes up to a bar and he goes up to every woman and says, hey, you want to have sex? You want to have sex? You want to have sex? How many women will sleep with him? Okay? Maybe 1 out of 100, depending on the situation, the time of the night, the alcohol, inebriation in the woman, but it's a very, very low chance. And that's the same thing with sales and marketing. You know, people slide in your DM, hey, you want to buy my program, join my MLM? You know, they try to take money without building a relationship. And it's all about warming people up, right? Guy could go to a bar, hey, can I get your phone number? Talk to her for a week, take her out on a date. You know, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe 20 dates, then she'll have sex. Okay, but you got to warm them up. You can't just go for the close right from the start. Patience, right? And that's the power of online marketing. You warm people up from a 1 to a 10. Before you sell someone a $25,000 package, you know, you got to buy them some dinner, you know, give them some compliments. Make sure they know, like, and trust you, okay? And these are 2 great examples of my clients that I work with. They're world-class life coaches, best-selling authors. They do a lot of seminars. Brian and Kerry, they scaled 6 or 7 figures, now going to 8 figures. And essentially, their biggest goal is to be kind of like a male-female Tony Robbins, you know, and they do a great job. They do a ton of Facebook Live videos and then turn those into ads. They boost them and people raise their hands and then sell them high-ticket packages. So when Carrie first launched her online coaching business, I helped her, and it's a big win that she had. Age and I have been working together for 2 weeks, and that's it. My business life has already changed. I've landed over $18,000 in sales in 3 days, plus a $6,000 private client, using the process I'm going to teach you right now. But before I teach you the process, what does sales mean to you, right? When you hear the word sales, what comes up? I believe sales is a transfer of love. It's, you know, I care about you so much that I'm going to offer you something to get you out of the hell that you're in. To me, sales is a very positive thing, right? It's not negative. I love sales calls. I love getting someone on the phone and transforming their life. That's the way that I see it. And the more that someone pays, the more they pay attention, right? When someone pays you $25,000, it's going to take something way more serious than when they pay $5,000. When it comes to sales, I never try to sell. I show people results in advance, and they ask me how to help them. And the most important thing is to control the frame. In the beginning of the call, 2 great questions. Why now and why me? Cut right to the chase. Makes the authority. Is this a sooner or a later problem? Okay? Another thing is to control the time and the agenda. Hey, we have 30 minutes for this call. I want to see if or how I can help you. If I can help you, I'll make you an aligned offer. If not, we'll end the call early. Okay, well, why now and why me? That's a great way to start a call. Make sure you write down these notes because this is the powerful 6-figure sales script. Then you go into the 5 whys. The more you ask why, the more that they buy. You trigger a pain. Why do you want to lose weight? I want to lose 20 pounds. Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? Because my husband is not looking at me. Why is your husband not looking at you? Because I think he's attracted to other women. Why does that bother you? Oh my God, we have not had sex in 6 months. My husband looks at other women. I think he's going to cheat on me. Why? Okay, now I know why we're having this conversation, okay? And that's the big thing. Keep asking why until they buy. I typically ask why 5 times every time someone tells me a problem that they have. Also use this in a conversation. Next time you talk to a friend, family member, lover, keep asking them why, and you'll peel away so many different layers. Once you get to the core of the problem, you go into the Dan Sullivan question. If we met here 3 months from today, looking back, what have to have changed in this period for you to feel happy about your progress? Great question, super powerful. And the most important thing is they will tell you exactly what they want. Once they tell you what they want, you go to the action plan question. out of curiosity, since you know yourself better than anyone else, what do you need? Resources, tools, coaching, blah, 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 to accomplish your goals. They'll tell you exactly what they need. Well, they need to lose 20 pounds because my husband's going to cheat on me. And here's all the things that I need: a nutrition plan, a workout plan, a life coach, motivation, nutrition. They'll tell you everything. Phenomenal. So here's all the things that you need. Here's a big problem. And here's the investment for my course. Okay? Then you name the price: $1,000, $5,000, $20,000. Next up, you go into the objections. The biggest objection: I don't have $5,000, but I really want to work with you. Great. So if money was not the issue, would you still invest? Yes. Okay. How about if we gave you interest-free financing? Absolutely. If you could finance this, and I could pay this over a longer period of time, I will work with you. And that's the power of PayPal credit. This is the last option. Okay. If they don't have the money, totally understand. I know you don't have the money right now. Many of my clients felt the same way. And if you had the money available, would you move forward? And that's why we're going to use PayPal credit. It is interest-free financing. It'll give you a loan, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, depending on how good the credit is. And you get the cash in 5 minutes. And for them, they get to get started. And they get to pay back PayPal over a year without any interest. Very, very powerful when you're selling high-ticket coaching. And if PayPal credit, they don't have a PayPal account, that's fine. Kabbage also does the same thing. Go to kabbage.com. They'll give you a loan literally in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so on that phone call, you can get financing to help someone. And this is one of the secrets that I share to help people get to the legacy phase, because this is like insider stuff most people don't know about. They say, oh, you don't have the money? Cool, let me know when you do. No, keep on fighting for that person. You want them to get results. You want to help them. Give them options. Give them solutions. Okay, they get to perform and publish. Again, most businesses struggle about what they have to offer. So I have a process that clarifies your message so your business starts growing again. And this is what I do. And this is what I want to help you with, because I love my clients and I love you and I want to help you. And my mentorship is my superpower, right? Being able to create a aligned offer for people, getting them to the promised land, their goal. One of my clients, Jamond over here, testimonial. He's killer at personality-based marketing. He's the father of 2 beautiful babies. One more on the way. This is a great testimonial. He'll send me a text message. This is not a late night booty call. It's just me happy as hell to inform you that I pulled 18,600 strictly online in November, 5,600 for my 21-day challenges, and 13,000 for my high-ticket coaching. Woohoo! Yes, even better than a booty call. I definitely say that. Celeste, she's 18 years old, my youngest client ever. She found me on LinkedIn and paid me, invested. Actually, her parents funded it, but hey, why not? You know, she just became certified, and I want to help her at the age of 18. $30,000 in 1 month, in 4 weeks, actually, same thing. And every client that she got was aligned for her purpose. One of my well-known students, Sterling, he was actually homeless. I have a lot of homeless people that sell their car to work with me. He was one of them. And basically did whatever he took, made it happen. And in the first month, hit his first PR, $4,500 of coaching. And his business just kept on growing, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. And then he sent me this on Facebook. I closed 3 deals this week, which altogether $66,000 a month. Wow. From homeless to $66,000 a month. And now he's doing, I think, $200,000-$300,000 a month. He's actually doing similar to what I do. He helps personal trainers grow their fitness businesses. I'm cool with that. All about abundance, you know, same strategies that I taught him, same strategies I'm going to teach you. It's all about making the world a better place. The more people you help, the more money you make, and the bigger transformation we all create together. This is Jono, the guy that Joseph referred to. He started off, you know, below 6 figures. We got him to 6 figures, and he did really well there. And then recently, he hit his first $1 million month, $1 million, 7 figures, you know? So huge, huge, huge accomplishment. And that's one of my biggest goals, get people up that ladder, you know, $5,000, $10,000, $1 million. Because it's all about the secret of entrepreneurship. Jumping off a cliff and building wings on the way down. Okay, and this is what I want to help you do, to jump off a cliff, build wings on the way down. So I got another 5 minutes. I'm going to run right through the next few slides because it's all about you and how to help you. So this is a really powerful exercise that I do. It's flying like Superman, a really powerful stretch. And if you ever come to one of my live events, you can get it done. But let's talk about your goals. Where are you right now? What is your current monthly income? And how much would you like to earn with online coaching? Okay? What is your current monthly income, or what was it last month? What do you want it to be? Write that down, please. Like a wave of magic wand. Where do you want it to be? And what was it last month? Most importantly, what's the impact that it's having on you? How much is it costing you not to handle it? You want to get off the roller coaster? Obvious question. If you followed a simple formula that worked every time, you could do it slow or fast. Take a shortcut. Get an A to Z, nuts to bolts system. How did I learn? I spent lots of time and energy, invested over $300,000. I took the best of the best and built them the perfect system. A simple formula will blow your mind, and everything is done for you out of the box. My entire online coaching system. I've used it personally, and my students have earned collectively millions of dollars. It's proven and tested templates. So how can you use my online coaching system to create a six-figure income with low stress? That's a big question. Here's what it is, a complete and proven online coaching system. Implementation, tools, and templates. Keep in mind, this is not for everyone. Here's who it's for. Action takers. People committed to helping others on a larger scale and outside their local area, internationally. Here's who it's not for. Unethical people, lazy people who don't take action. So now is your time to take the big leap, jump off the cliff, hop from one fishbowl to another, right? And what I want to offer you is a 3-month commitment-based results program to get you up to scale to performing and publishing. And if all this package did was give you the kick in the butt to finally get started, would it be worth it? Making $5,000 to $10,000 in online income, would it be worth it? What is one client worth to you? One client, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 or more. How much would you pay to get one client per day? If you just sell one online program at $5,000, would it make sense to pay me $5,000 to set an entire system up for you? After that, once you get it done, every single sale is pure profit, along with swiping all of my systems so you don't have to waste your time or energy trying to build your own. You'll be able to generate income in less than 30 days. Right now, you have to make a choice. To learn an automated and predictable system, fully booked with high-end clients, and most importantly, to change lives. And here's how we'll do it. You just have to work hard once, Team Leo, right? You're the authority expert. Discover who your best prospects are so you can attract people most likely to buy. I want to help you discover your superpower and find your ideal target market. I want to help you build your entire marketing system, give you all of my proven high converting lead generation campaigns, have a done for you client getting machine that works for you on autopilot, turn your lead flow on and off like a faucet, create an automated sales system, right? That warms up your clients. Real sales funnels that have generated thousands for us, so you can just swipe and deploy immediately. Give you my entire high-ticket closing script, so you could close without selling. It's a sales funnel that converts old leads into high-paying clients. The entire high-ticket conversion scripts, so you know exactly what to say to close high-ticket clients without being salesy or weird. It'll close thousands of dollars in a single phone call, this one exact script. And most importantly, help you set up your entire virtual coaching infrastructure so you get out of trading hours for dollars and get into one-to-many online coaching. Use a proven system that is done for you, easy to build week by week. Imagine building out an entire virtual coaching system that serves your clients in a leveraged way while giving you freedom. You're getting the exact system some of my students have used to build multiple $100,000 per year coaching businesses fully online with clients all around the world, all while delivering massive value to the marketplace and creating their ideal freedom-based life. So if you are an action taker, dedicated to growing a six-figure online income, becoming an expert authority, then this is for you. And here's what to do next, okay? Apply with a deposit to hold your spot. You'll receive a questionnaire. If accepted, you will start 2 weeks from now. If not accepted, I will let you know. I'll let you know in the next 7 days, okay? I'm gonna give you a link to an application form. You go to this website, onlinesupercoach.com/apply. Should be around here somewhere, or just type it in right now. Click on it, type it in. It has the whole application, and the first 10 people that sign up, I want to give them a super, super sweet deal. But wait, it gets even better. If you sign up right now, you'll get a done-for-you automated sales webinar set up, a package for your expertise that grows your income passively. We'll set up your entire webinar from start to finish. I usually charge $5,000 for this, but for today, it is included, fully free, automated sales system, sales webinar, all the slides, everything fully done for you. Bonus number 2, I'm gonna help you build out your whole back-end virtual coaching infrastructure, okay? Building out the websites, building out the emails, the funnels, all the modules. Bonus number 3, help you set up your own podcast on iTunes. Would you like to be a podcaster? Would you like to interview all your favorite people, get thousands of downloads a month? This is valued at $2,000. And right now you get a podcast on iTunes included as a bonus. Bonus number 4, high converting lead generation funnels and 1 year's worth of tested, done for you emails, valued at $6,000. If you sign up today, it is absolutely free. An entire year of funnels and emails fully done for you, tested and proven. Copy and paste, change it to your name and business, and implement. And it's going to be setting up your aligned offer to sell on those emails and on those funnels. Last bonus, setting up your authority website so it becomes the lead conversion machine. We create your whole website just like the one that I had, and set up your podcast, your book, everything's going to be on there. It's a $1,000 value. Today it's free, okay? So everything is on that website that you develop. And of course, this is a special deal that I'm only doing for right now. Publish your own best-selling book. We'll help you publish your own best-selling book on Amazon and funnel it back to your online business. Get your book finished in 30 days, publish it as the #1 bestseller, and then build a funnel from the book back to your business, okay? One-time offer, $5,000 value. People typically come into my house and do this for $5,000. I'm going to add it for free so you have a best-selling book under your name. Like I said, I have close to 50 of my students who have become best-selling authors, and I want you to become a best-selling author as well. So here's a recap of all that you're getting. Done for you, automated sales webinar, coaching, infrastructure, your own podcast, high converting funnels and emails, your own website, your own book, and most importantly, all the 5 systems that I covered earlier. And I will guarantee you, you can look around anywhere on the internet. If you get all these things with all the bonuses, you're looking at $27,000 easily. But I want to give you a crazy, crazy, crazy deal for watching this long. And here's the last thing. You want to be quick to implement, quick to ask for help, and quick to share. Okay, that's all I ask. That's my ideal clients that will do well in this program. So I'm taking the first 10 people that apply on the website. First 10 deposits plus all the bonuses, okay? I'm going to tell you the special price I'm going to give you if you apply right now. Let's talk about the strategy, the systems, and the templates. So it's a 12-week results-based program, right? And here's how it works. We're going to have our first deep dive coaching call. I send you a questionnaire first and foremost once you leave a deposit to see if you're a good fit. If you are accepted within the next 2 weeks, we're going to have our first deep dive coaching call. First, I'm going to set up is your marketing system, right? Get a bunch of leads that are coming through your funnel, set up your warm up and sales process, try to sell as many people as we can in that initial launch. And then once they buy, we start building out your website, your virtual website, setting up all the systems, the infrastructure. All you do is provide the videos. I'll give you a script and tell you what to do. You record the videos on your phone, send it to my team. We start building that back end out. Once we do that, we're going to focus on launching your best-selling book, make you an author in the next 30 days. Then we're going to focus on launching your podcast after that. And the biggest thing is to develop your whole infrastructure within the 3-month time frame with all these bonuses. So as I mentioned, I have a team in the virtual in the Philippines, help set all this up. At the same time, all you gotta do is perform and publish and show up. And you get 2 one-on-one coaching calls in this program, along with a weekly group call for extra support. And of course, you get 24/7 email support, a Facebook group. So obviously, getting 2 coaching calls a week, a group call, and all these extra support, we're going to help you along the way and make sure that you understand everything that is going on. Okay. So as I mentioned, this whole package is valued at $27,000. All you got to do is apply today. It's a $500 refundable deposit. Okay. So instead of paying the full price, valued at $27,000, and a lot of my students that are watching this, I'm very sorry because I never gave this deal before. You only have to pay 2 payments of $2,500 to get everything that I mentioned. If you go to this website, onlinesupercoach.com/apply, the first 10 people that apply, leave a deposit, get everything. Okay, so a quick recap, getting all of these bonuses, everything that we discussed. And if you do not have a credit card ready or a debit card, that's fine. You can always use PayPal credit, interest-free financing. All you got to do is go to the website, $500 deposit. Once you put it on deposit, I send you a questionnaire. We hop on a call to see if or how this will help you. If it can't help you, we'll give your money back. No questions asked. Obviously not here to take people's money, but it just holds your spot. We want to make sure you're a good fit. And then once you're a good fit, we start the coaching program, go 100 miles an hour, building out everything. And all of the stuff is included. The Online Super Coach program with all the 5 systems, with all the templates, marketing, sales, delivery, helping you build out a webinar, setting up your virtual coaching infrastructure, setting up your own podcast, high converting funnels and emails, setting up your authority website, so it's a lead converting machine, and most importantly, making you a best-selling author, okay? So as I mentioned, this is the craziest deal that I've ever done, and obviously I just wanted to put it out there, starting just to give back, all these stuff that I do. People that have paid for it in the past are probably pissed at me, but I'm sorry. I typically don't make offers like this, but I wanted to do it as a one-time special offer. It'll probably never happen ever again. And if you're kind of confused, you could always leave a deposit. We can have a phone call. And if it's not for you, I'll give you your money back. No questions asked. So you can use credit card or PayPal credit. Simple as that. Trying to get some questions here, but looks like can't see the Q&A. But no worries. You can go on the website, and all my information is on there. There's also a note, my contact, if you have any personal questions. This is work for you, whatever the case is. We want to take advantage of this deal. And it's one time. So by the time you contact me, if you didn't put a deposit in, or may not be available, or it'll go back to the normal price.
AJ Joseph here. So a few questions here, and you might be able to see so some people have mentioned before. One person's a former student, and she asked if she could also get the bonuses. I know it's a special offer you're doing this week. So I told her, she sent me her email, so I have that, so we can connect with her afterward, perhaps. Anybody else have any questions for AJ? I'm going to put myself in video as well also. Anybody else have any questions? Like you have some private messages, online show. Okay, that's you. I got your email. Thank you for that. Kirsten, Irina, you had a question before also. I can unmute you if you want to go. Let me see. Unmute you, Irina. I know AJ has to go. This call got extended a little bit. So Irina, you are officially unmuted. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Awesome. Got it. Anybody else have a question? I'll unmute you very briefly. It's a great chance to connect with AJ and let us know what you need.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And, I have to go on another call because basically I got to perform again. and whatever's left of my voice. But you can always message me on Facebook or my email, which is on my website, onlinesupercoach.com. And all my social media is on there. If you need any clarity, or I guess Joseph, he'll give you my contact information. Happy to clarify anything you need. But again, if you hesitate, you might not get this offer. It might not be available.
Exactly. I put the PayPal link there. You can also, as you go to PayPal to pay for it, it'll give you the option to use credit. So that's an option that it provides you. And I think it gives you like 6 months to a year to pay for it without any interest. So it's definitely a great option. I've used it in the past too myself. So it's great. And that link will probably get you there. I just Google search it myself. Kirsten, I just pasted it there directly. Let me.
Yes, I did right now. Yeah, you just go to that link, onlinesupercoach.com/credit, and it just takes you to PayPal credit.
Beautiful. Or onlinesupercoach.com/credit. That'll do it. Fantastic. Great. And I'll get this recording up. So in the event anyone miss anything, we'll get up. Just message. If you have any questions about this, email me at joseph@successcircles.com. Success Circles with an S. And I know AJ, you've got to go. To one more message here, so I got that. So AJ@onlinesupercoach.com, everyone. So thanks for posting out there, AJ. That's your personal email address. And yeah, this is amazing offers. Like people were in the audience on Tuesday, and they were just like amazed by what you're offering. And this is even better than what you offered back in December when I was at your house. So it's definitely a killer offer. You're getting like $27,000 bonuses here as part of this package, including an authority website, a podcast. I mean, I've met other speakers, leaders, do portions of this. Will they give you one or two things for that investment, and it's pretty unbelievable. So thank you so much for making this offer early in the year. I find too, if you can kick ass early in the year, in the first 90 days of the year with your business, then it leads to greater success later in the year. It's something that I believe. It's not something that I follow with my own clients and so forth, Success Circle. So here's an opportunity to have mentoring, a framework. It takes a framework, it takes a system to tap into to get results. And I'm a big believer in that. Discipline is one thing, but having a framework or a system to tap into where someone's holding you to account, supporting you, giving you the template to plug in videos in, you can't beat that. And I met people who I had no idea worked with AJ over the past year, and engaged them. And they basically told me AJ was the person. And Jade and also Jonah, he just showed them before. But I've met a lot of people who just are kicking butt now. And it's amazing. I mean, just suspend all disbeliefs. This is all possible. It just takes having the right mentor by your side, looking over what you're doing and giving you a template to make this happen. So that's what I'll offer you as far as my feedback. Very cool. Anything else you want to say, AJ?
No, thank you guys for being on here. I appreciate it. And of course, like I said, if there's an issue with the financing, whatever the case is, we'll make it work. You contact Joe. He'll give you a lot of different options, PayPal credit, Cabbage, anything like that. Obviously, at the end of the day, I want to help you. So we'll figure out a way to make it work. But this is a lot of fun. This is very enjoyable. I'm in my passion. I was kind of tired before the call, but now I feel like $1 million. So thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, AJ, for rocking it again. And once again, email him. Just go through the process and apply. Have a conversation. And it's all a conversation. One conversation could change your life. That's something that I believe. And we talked about that at the Power Team meeting on Tuesday. One conversation could literally change your life. Could make the life and death decision as far as your business goes. Most businesses fail in 5 years. And here's an opportunity to tap into a framework, a system that'll ensure you a lot of success. He's doing it all, which is amazing. Really, really good offer. Thanks, AJ. I'm going to end the meeting here. I'm going to actually stop the recording at this point. Thank you all. Any final words before we stop recording?
No, thank you so much. I appreciate this. Yes.